We're back. More tales. So, last we left off, we were doing something. Oh. That's what we were doing. I guess we'll go to the Lord's Chamber because it's easier to get to the star there. We did some side quest stuff. Nothing too insane. Off we go. Oh, maybe we can only get to the Hanging Gardens from here. I don't remember how to get around this area, like, at all. We need to go down. Fourth floor. We gotta find out the food sneaker. Oh, we passed it. How do I get... Oh. Maybe I should just went this way and followed the map.
Are you really gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point. But
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Yes. And definitely not get lost like I just was. Definitely not. Whee. When we get to the point where... Oh, I could have just jumped down. One day I'll navigate this massive castle. Hello.
Very well.
Alright, you're clear. You can leave.
Well,
Huh. Somehow I'm both surprised and not surprised to see them here. Hey, you're the guys that are hoarding the rations.
Pardon me.
What are you doing? Get back to your positions. Excuse me? I only say it one more time. Get back to your positions. What's this guy's deal? Any slaves who disobey orders must be put to death. So says Lord Volarine. Oh, okay.
what the hell? Do you guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. I must think we're just cannons from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Bull Run soldiers. Watch yourselves.
Lunarongo!
Freeze Lancer here!
You're mine!
Armor won't save you!
Tempest!
Just a little odd, I guess.
Tear you to shreds! Radiant
You're mine!
Freeze Lancer!
Heal! Be still!
Divine Strength!
Well, thank you.
you fight better
Yeah,
at a
that was
distance.
odd.
Further away, the better.
Ugh. So it wasn't a Don and stockpile of the ration, it was some of Volarin's soldiers still hiding out in his castle. Yeah, I'm not sure whether to be relieved or freaked out about it. What are you guys trying to accomplish? Are you out trying to get vengeance for Volarine? Volarin? Sephiroth? What's going on here? Something's weird about all this. Do you think? Are you even aware that Sephiroth is no longer around?
You don't say.
These soldiers seem to think only of the orders that were given to them. Their mind is completely blank otherwise, just like the Nanans here. Looking back on it, I did feel like these soldiers we fought here before were mindless. If that's true, they haven't been hiding out here. They've just been going about their business as usual? I guess so. Everyone was Sephiroth's slave, so both Danans and Renans alike, so that's kind of the realm he was running.
Well,
But that doesn't explain why the hell didn't break loose with those guys once Sephiroth was gone, like we've seen elsewhere. A month has passed since. How are you guys just not finding this though? If it's months past, have you guys been just in that one area? Weird. Since Sephiroth has vanished, it's entirely possible things may be starting to crumble at the fringes. But the fact that they haven't to any degree has allowed these soldiers to carry on as though business as usual. Whatever the reason, we can't just let these guys keep walking around. We should bring them into the barracks for the time being. I agree, but I don't know if they're going to come quietly. Listen to me carefully, men. I am Lord Dolamine. Ilquarius, aka Arjuna. I have an order for you. Lord Arjuna, but sir, we serve... Lord Sephiroth has left this realm and is no longer a ruler. Therefore, in accordance with this written law, you must all pledge your allegiance to me. So you expect us to serve you now, my lord? If you respect the written rule of law, then yes, that is precisely correct. Of course we shall follow your orders. Lord Dolamine.
Oh, wow!
Holy crap, I can't believe that worked.
So then,
This should suffice for the time being. Let's bring these men into the barracks and speak with Ganyu once more.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
Actually, they were abiding Renin hierarchy, not me personally.
well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
It did solve the problem. That seems like a very odd thing to do. I'm still confused on how they haven't seen that already being a thing, though. Like, were they just in the keep the entire month? I mean, I guess they could be hiding, but that guy seemed like he wasn't hiding. He seemed pretty out in the open. One day you'll let me jump down from there. Need a mod to remove invisible walls. Oh, that could probably be bad. That could be bad. Probably bad. Also, I should have looked to see where I'm going. I'm just walking, you know, the norm. Okay, just a lemon gel there, huh? I wonder how many sparkles and stuff like that I've missed. Am I going the right way? There's another quest in level 2? Of course. You think you get all the side quests, and then turns out there's more.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
It's this guy. Oh no. Ugh.
Oh?
Oh, it's you again. I wonder what today's recipe will be.
What?
You're getting ahead of yourself, you miss. Come on, Gordino. We all know where this is heading.
Yes!
You have me there indeed. I've come across an incredible recipe buried deep within the bowels of the Pale Agent's mighty fortress.
Great.
Whatever it is, I don't think it'll satisfy your apparently insatiable hunger to hunt for recipes in a place like that. Well, as it happens, I met a sailor back in Mahagsar. He let me borrow a boat, and then I was here before I know it. You rode that boat all the way here? That's right, but more importantly, what I found in that castle was a forbidden recipe, sealed away since ancient times.
What?
Forbidden, you say? It's like the Blue Eyes White Dragon. What reason could anyone have for locking it away after all these years?
Yes!
I haven't the faintest idea. That's why we must make it. So we must find out. So I ask you all to gather me the ingredients once more. However, being such an old recipe, its directions are written rather obtusely. It calls for something white, soft, and fluffy, simulating powder, neither swine nor hare meat, and finally,
Yes!
something white, soft, and fluffy. Why does it ask for that twice? My guess is that one of them simply refers to rice.
Nice.
Or maybe the recipe is calling for double the normal amount of rice. Sounds okay for me. I don't think they'd write like that if that were the case. I'm pretty sure all these ingredients can be found around Ganath Heros, so I can count on you to go fetch them? Here you go. I think we have all the things written here in the recipe. Yes, I see. Rice here, spices, or pig meat. And is this the other white, soft, and fluffy thing?
Right.
Yes, it's called tofu. For those that don't know, I am not a fan of tofu. It actually doesn't taste terrible. The texture, though, kills me. Apparently, you make it by taking the liquid from soybeans and solidifying it.
Very nice.
Oh, fascinating. I can't wait to see how it tastes. I know, I'm really curious. I had a lot of trouble bringing this stuff back without Shion stealing it and eating it. Alright, throw her under the bus.
Yes!
Well, here's the recipe. Go ahead and fix this mabo curry so we can find out why
Got
it's
it.
forbidden. Alright, we'll get right on
Just
it.
a minute.
Hold your horses, Alphen. I'll decide how much spice we put in it. If we let you decide, it'll tear a hole through our stomachs. Fine. Shouldn't he be able to feel that, though, now? Probably.
Great!
Alright, it's done. I made sure to give Shion an extra large serving. Oh, look at that beautiful dish. It smells just as divine, too. Now let's see how it tastes.
What?
Well, this is...
Yes!
Exalting, fulfilling, liberating. Absolutely. Exquisite. I'm in heaven. This masterpiece is surely the key to realizing world peace. So basically, you really like this one game here. Great, then let's go on ahead and... Oh, you're already eating hashi. Oh, delicious. I love how different the spices complement each other. And the soft, mild tofu gives it a nice texture. It doesn't.
Hey.
Don't you think this tastes great too, Alphen?
Wait.
Oh no, this is bad.
Oh?
Bad, but I thought you liked spicy food. This is really bad. Forgive me, Shion. This is absolutely...
Hey.
Stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't do that again.
How?
Embarrassing indeed.
Amazing.
I'm sorry, but it's hard to put in words just how good this tastes. It makes me want to get up and jump for joy. Now you're starting to understand what I've been trying to teach you. I never would imagine such an overwhelming dish could exist. I can already feel myself getting addicted to it.
Yes.
Now I see. This may very well be why it was branded a forbidden recipe in the ages past. Perhaps even great wars were fought over it. Or perhaps not. Likely not. The more I think about it.
Hey.
Better make sure you don't eat too much of this stuff, Shion. You'll not regret it. I'll be fine. Besides, I prefer to eat with bread, so...
What?
So what difference does that make? I feel completely and utterly satisfied. I can leave this realm with no regrets. Having now visited each of the realms, I'm not sure where I'll travel next. But I sense fate shall bring us together again one day. Until next time, farewell! It's gonna be on the moon. That's where.
Alphen, Shion's stuffing bread with mabo curry.
Now I can eat this every day.
Jeez, Shion, you're hooked on that stuff.
She is indeed hooked. As the cool kids say, super hooked on curry.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But... I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
He's got a point.
What's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it! They killed us! Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I wasn't expecting this guy to be like kind of off the handle.
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
It's the
Then
moon.
what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time
Chaos
before
will
they start
happen.
thinking for themselves again.
Chaos.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegus aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Heartfelt shield. You know what? Sure.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
Will there be people that need our help? Will there be?
Think about it. Thinking for yourself.
Oh,
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Haros.
I know that. Our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Who else needs our help? Oh, this guy's dying or something. What the hell happened to him? He's no longer with us. He always looked like he was struggling with his health, but still. He was close to finally living like a normal human being, too.
Wait!
Damn. Does he have any living relatives? Just his mom. I think she lives in the area over there. Got it. I'll break the news to her. Alright.
Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
It is not an easy thing to do. So much fast traveling.
If not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Hey. Lady?
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have some bad news. It's your son. He's...
Yes.
It's okay. I know. You do? Then what are you doing? I have work that must be done today, since my son can no longer work. It's like this here too, huh?
Alright.
Forget about your work. Or better yet, think of tending to your son as your task for today. Very well. Get to work. Okay.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
That's pretty messed up.
Looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
We should follow after her. Lady, why are you going outside? Also, it's just one random person standing on a bridge.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
Gold chunk.
Yes.
Then I'll get started. Bring me some fire. Wait, you intend to burn your child? That's right. That's how you do it. I don't understand. Wouldn't a more formal funeral procession be more appropriate? I'm sorry. Have I done something wrong? Tell me, do you have no custom where relatives of the deceased may say their final farewells? Not really. How could we have on Donna? Up until recently, our people were too busy tolling away to think about burial rites. Among Grenadians, it's customary for relatives to send their remains into the heaven. Why not introduce such a practice to Donna? We believe that if doing so, the deceased spirits shall join the flow of astral energy that travels through the cosmos. We can never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Surely something should be done in honor to honor their memory. But death is part of everyday living for us, Nanans. You really think we're going to ship bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply felt that something more ought to be done. When the Rena still ruled over us, we didn't even know if it was safe to be building gravesides. As body decomposed, they could spread diseases. We didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people. Renwell, don't think for a second I've forgiven everything that the Renas did to us. Tell me, Alphen, do you know why none of us have last names like them? Let me tell you why. It's because we outnumbered them, so they denied us our culture to stop us from uniting against them. Enough. Your people steal so much from us as it is, and on top of that, you have the gall to try to make us live like you too? If you hate here so much, why don't you just turn them all into hollow? Jeez, Renwell. That's enough. No more. Lineage could strike at any time, and here we are fighting amongst ourselves. We were all well aware of the suffering and hatred we each harbor, but if we're going to coexist, we have to recognize each other's differences. And that's what we're all working together to achieve, to bring an end to this whole system and begin to live together side by side. That's what I believe, and that's why I'm here. If any of you think differently, then be my guest and leave. I'll break down every last barrier if I have to do it alone. Indeed. Indubitably. I sincerely apologize. I consider you a true friend, but it would appear that I have yet to reckon with our people's dark history in earnest.
I'm afraid not.
Renwell, I completely accept the blame in all this. Words can't express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for lashing out you as hard as I did, Doline. I guess I'm still working through a lot of emotions. I know you were only thinking about what's best for our son, too. Renwell, I'd like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps that will help us begin to bridge the gap.
Huh?
Sure, I don't mind. Could you maybe teach me about Rena too, then? Please? You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad we were able to patch things up. We've lost enough good people along the way as it is. Sorry for the distraction. Yeah, we're just sitting over here fighting amongst ourselves. This lady's wanting to burn her son. Let's lay your son down to rest. We'll do it the Danan way.
Good.
Yes. Torch. Fire. Boom. Thank you for granting me that task. Don't mention it. It's the least we could do for you as his mom. Well, because of all of you, my son is at peace now. Rest assured, we intend to build a future for this world that would make him proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right?
It did.
However you managed it. You knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the Resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
Look at the lovebirds.
You're welcome?
Alright, where are we going next? Oh, back to the end. Perfect.
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Oh yeah, I guess we can't figure out how to get out
looking
yet,
for
can
a
we?
way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
What?
Oh, maybe the moon's coming to us.
What's that noise?
Elfin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
Oh. They missed? They didn't miss? Ah, space bridge.
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming.
I didn't realize we were
But
in
into
Transformers.
what? What's going on?
How the hell are
Unicron.
we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured
She
you knew who
was?
she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsef too.
She
You
was?
saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Heros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around.
Huh.
Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana,
Did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
You know, I wonder if she was actually there with Ballsack and all them. I kind of want to go back and look.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave. That's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
Any more skits? Okay. So, I think that's where we're going to call it for this episode. Next episode, we're going to talk to these 3 people and get on with plot stuff. Finally. These last 2 episodes have been kind of non-plotty. I mean, they have been, but they have been as well. So, I appreciate everyone for watching. Next time, we talk to people, figure out a way to get out of the Ganus Heros. Or whatever this place is called. So until then, we'll catch you later.